It did it the whole time. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? I knew it could do that. Now I knew you more relaxed now. Hi, Dan Bongino, deputy of the FBI. Did y'all know that? Some of y'all newcomers, y'all want to know a story? You want to know a real story before I get started? Dan Bongino, from former deputy of the FBI, like my status. Now, what you think I'm going to do with that? Do you think I'm going to sit up there and delete it or not take a picture of the shit or ignore it as if it's not even of existence? That is a historic. Thank you so much for your support up in LinkedIn. Y'all super turned up in LinkedIn. I've been saying it. Super duper turned up. Thank you, LinkedIn family. I've been noticing. I don't give me some time to reply. Seriously. Um oh my god, I had to say that. Dan Bongino. I don't know what I said. This was around November of last year or a little before he got out. You know what was even more popular? A week after, or not even a week, less than a couple of days after he replied, and it is an authentic page, he leaves the FBI. I try my best to follow you. Just keep the videos coming. I took a picture of it. I took a picture of it then. And I sat up there and I have it on my Facebook page. If you follow it, if you want to be my friend and see more, I gladly show you the pictures. The old white man, Marty Kaiser, enemy of the state, that was about him. I could say I wanted a Fabio. I could have said I wanted a better looking guy, as holler guy. I could have been very picky and say, well, this is just a short white man. He's beautiful to me. To sit up there and want to take a picture when I'm coming home from work. I was so nervous. I mustered up the guts. I initially approached Marty. He was with his wife. This wasn't about sexual. He told me his whole story. Odyssey of an eavesdropper. He used to make secret listening devices for the FBI, the CIA, NSA. He spied on the Soviet. Some of his stuff was used to spy on the Soviet Union. And then they were at a big battle, him and the FBI with his equipment. I saw some of his equipment in his house next to mine. This was legit. He got paid $5 to make enemy of the state. It coincides. I fact checked it. I looked it up on Google. So let's get started with the work. Oh, one more thing. I would like to read something before we get started. Wait, no, wrong thing. This comes from the state of Maryland, Donald Trump. That's why I hashtagged you. Office of the Attorney General, Anthony Brown. Dear Miss Cloud, our office received the enclosed summons and complaint that was sent via Federal Express. This item is being returned to you because we cannot accept service by mail unless the item is sent via certified mail or restricted delivery. To the extent that you are attempting to serve the state of Maryland, service is rejected as improper. Enclosed, please find instructions on how to properly effectuate service on the state agencies, state officers sued in their official capacity in civil litigation. Should you have any questions regarding this matter, please do not hesitate to contact me via email at Laura Annadell, and her name is Laura W. Annadell, and she works for the state of the Maryland Office of Attorney Generals. Now, she's assisting Anthony Brown, which is the Attorney General of Maryland. Now, this is a positive. This isn't a negative. Rules are rules. This coincides with CTU because I want CTU to know my story. And then I'll do my homework. I give myself 4 minutes. It is 8, 12, 1. So, like, I am suing for $2.8 million. And either they're going to give me my money back to go back towards my post 9/11, with me keeping my class grades, with me with a possibility of going back to finish that one class after 2 years. That's fair, right? You either can do it the carrot or the stick. That's reasonable, right? To give me back my money that I put into my post 9/11 year I had left, and then we can address. It's not that I'm getting that money back, but I'm getting that money back, but I'm not seeing it. I want it back. That is so wrong. You hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings deeply, UMGC. And I've said some reckless things too. But I was getting upset over constant, I didn't understand what was going on. I couldn't process it right. Or you can get $2.8 million and give that to me. But to think you're going to get away and take this school is not, what am I going to do after 2 years, UMGC? Like, that's not right. Y'all know that was just trying, that wasn't even a carrot or a stick. That was just trying to one up me. You know it and I know it. You couldn't take what I was saying, which was reckless. I go back on it. Yes. But that was reckless, what you did. I put hard work into those classes. I could have did better, but hard work and direction into those classes. To neglect me of one class for 2 years, I'm not letting that go. Either 2.8 million or we can settle for the direction. I even wrote the VA and told the VA what you did and told them what I'm requesting from UMGC. It's a whole section at va.gov where you can go in the portal and complain on these schools for doing that shit to people like me. And they're going to find a solution. And that's how I feel. Let's get started, you guys. Today is week 2. It starts out with me going back into the discussion board. It start it starts out with me going into the discussion board and going through 3. I said I was going to do 2, but 3 separate replies. I want to reply to whoever is out there willing to see that I'm an honest person. I don't want nothing from you but to learn about your story. If I reply to you and you're out there watching my show, I just want to learn your story. I'm not looking for like, I want to network too, but I'm not, you can expect one thing and get another. I'm just looking for fairness. I don't want y'all to think I'm trying to be funny towards this school or anything. And it's been fair. It's just the traumatic events that goes on. You start questioning the next place. You get negative thoughts. Can you feel where I'm coming from? In all honesty, y'all been fair. And thank you for that. So I had to say that and reflect on action and not negative thoughts. That teacher's action, beautiful. Those people call me, and I always, since I've been busy at CTU and doing other things, I've been too busy to pick up, but I'm going to make sure I email them too. Their action shows something totally different than UMGC. Okie doke. I want to do Jasmine's. You know why, y'all? Hey, Vicky. You watch this, y'all. This is for my bloopers. This is for my bloopers. Hold up. I need my bloopers. Hold up. Hold on, Vicky. For you doing that, you deserve a dance. It's Vicky, Vicky, Vicky. Hold on, let's try to do that one more time. Hold up. How it goes. Rock and roll, it's Vicky. It's Vicky, Vicky, Vicky. Oh, I'm gonna do a blooper today too. Watch I forget. Anyway, let's get started. I can't wait to see what she has to say. So let's read verbally instead of read internally. If you can do two things, you can do multiple things. This is a beautiful body. You know, y'all have beautiful bodies because, like, you can read while thinking emotion. If it's a negative thought, it makes you not concentrate. If it's a worrisome thought, it makes you not concentrate. If it's an emotion like desire or you get what I'm saying, it makes you not concentrate. However, it's an emotional state. You have to focus yourself and internalize what, when you read, you can read internally or externally. That's a pretty cool gift. And then it all branches out. That's beautiful, man. As technology continues to evolve, or never mind. Let me zoom in. Let me just zoom in. Hold up, hold up. Don't laugh at me, y'all. As technology continues to evolve, organizations are increasingly reliant on software applications to support communication, collaboration, and employee engagement. Social technical systems recognize that successful organizations must consider both the technical tools they use. True, true, true. Now, she's quoting something and that's scaring me a little bit. He did say the quote in sight. He said the sight. He said the sight. He said the sight. Oh my God. It's okay. If he approached me with a recorrection, I will execute it immediately. But I know next time. Organization. I said to myself, I did not cite because it's not that I know the word, but it pays to cite. The plus and the benefits is that it makes your work, you talk about your work, you talk about the citation of someone else's peer reviewed work, and then you analyze that, what their quote means to you, plus some. Is I know it, but I was like, I was like, just I'm so used to not knowing stuff, but I get my knowledge from Grok, and it's like, and I get my what I analyze what you give me as a whole for I analyze everything you give me, like the articles that you give me, And then I think about what parts of them mean something. And I am where I mess up, teacher, is I analyze it, what I read, without quoting or branching off to the paraphrasing or citations of the person I read about. I just go die, and I'm like that all the time. Now that I'm realizing that now. And that's why teachers let me get away with that. Because they know I read it. It's not that they saw me read it, it's that I told them how I felt about it as I was reading it. And they feel what I say. But she is very, at the effectiveness period, she is very effective with what she say, very precise, and I like that. Okay, so continue. This approach this approach helps improve communication, teamwork, and overall organizational effectiveness. As organizations increasingly transition to remote and hybrid work environments, Microsoft Teams. Cool. She got Microsoft. I cannot wait to hear what she got to say about Slack. Because I know about Microsoft Teams. I did a show on Microsoft Teams. I do not know about Slack. I never heard of it, but I know if it's one of many, it's one of many software systems or applications. It has become essential for fostering online engagement. Okay, cool. Both platforms provide Central. Now, when you think Central, what do you think? What's Central in the United States? I don't know. Texas, maybe? Um, but what's Central in your body? So think of centralized hubs as the main, the one, the hub that branches everything together. Just like, seriously. Very nice. The word for communication, real-time collaboration, and information sharing, regardless of team players' physical locations. Um, True. By end sometimes I have to reread it. At least I read, right? I'd rather reread and try to say if I'm being, because my mind be on other stuff at the same, and it's not. I swear to God, it's not what y'all think. But sometimes it be on other stuff as I'm reading. That's a brain. So sometimes I reread it and I'll be like, okay, got it. By integrating these tools, companies can maintain strong professional connections. True. Streamlining. True. Workflows, which are critical components of a social technical approach to organizational management. Okay, let me go back. So, streamline workflows. A streamline to a more hybrid approach to guiding people. And just imagine, y'all, if we could do this live. which you can, but a team, a new team starting out with, let's say, $1.3 million. They, let's say, got a settlement, or they doing all their money together as a team, and they got 1.3, they got a business. But they need to grow fast, but grow slow, but fast enough where the supply and demand meet each other, the needs. So when you think of live, think of anybody can get on your video. Yeah, my ticker says 0 sometimes, and most times I don't care, because I know someone new is always watching my show, and if they like, okay. If they pass, okay. But you get networking going on. Networking is the best key to building your brand. And I've done that myself. So I workflow, I do it online. Y'all see me on camera, off camera, everywhere. Even when it looks like I'm not doing something, I have an agenda. I don't just go out and do nothing. And social technical components like my phones and the Wi-Fi I have and my systems within my computer, but the approach. So let me read the whole thing over and then I'll summarize it. Basically, she's saying integrating specific tools in centralized hubs, which are critical components to social technical, to organizational management. Now, organizational management can get tricky. When I think of organization, I think of an organization. When I think of organizational, I think of organization, sorry. And organizational could mean to organize something too. It can mean a huge people plus to organize something. So the management of organizing an organization is something that is critical and key components to social technical approaches. One important attribute, sorry, y'all. Don't get dizzy on me. One important attribute of Microsoft Teams, okay, let's learn, is we're getting to everything. Now we're up in the area. First, we were ascending, which is critical because it's both, you can pass away or get critically hurt or anything can happen, but you're learning about whether this is a safe area, and you're learning about what they tell you. They taught you about what to do in case of an emergency. They taught you about how to act, or not act, but perform if something happens. So y'all should take that very seriously too. Some of y'all, half of the daggone 98% of the damn plane don't even be paying them attention, except for the men that just want to see them do it. Anyway, Microsoft Teams, back to the story. Microsoft Teams is it's video conferencing. Wait, where am I at? Hold up. One important attribute of Microsoft Teams is video conferencing capability. True. I remember reading that. Employees can conduct virtual meetings, share screens. You kind of elaborate. You elaborated a little bit. True. And collaborate in real time. That's true. True. This feature allows teams to communicate more effectively and quickly resolve issues that might otherwise require lengthy email exchanges. True. Another important attribute is instant messaging. I didn't know about this. This is pretty cool. Made me want to do it. Which is available. Another booper. Which is available in both teams. What minute? How many minutes we're at? Hold on. So I know. 31. Okay. Which is available in both teams and Slack. Microsoft Teams and Slack. Okay. Cool. Instant messaging allows employees questions, share updates, and receive feedback immediately. This creates faster communication and help reduce delays in decision making. These attributes, which is, if you don't know what an attribute is, how does something complement something? What are the highlights? These goals, these positive things that highlights why their company supersede or is stomping with the big dogs, as Martin Luther Lawrence used to say. It's a specific technology, big tech. We know about the major companies, the major platforms I'm on right now. Attributes contribute directly to improve organizational performance. That's true. Video conferencing promotes stronger collaboration and allows employees to build relationships even when working remotely. Instant messaging increases efficiency because employees can quickly access information and receive support from coworkers. Together, these features help reduce communication barriers. Yeah. Improve productivity and support faster problem solving. Cool. I like that. Organizations can also leverage software applications to cultivate a culture of engagement and teamwork. Cool. For instance, companies can establish dedicated channels for specific, that's true. I never thought of that. I mean, I thought of that, but I never said it. I never said it. I never said it. That I like that. If I said it, then I apologize. I was wrong. Sort of like I did. I did say it. You don't know why I'm saying it. Laughing. You don't want to know why I'm laughing. You're not ready for that. So it's nothing to do with you. It's not a diss, by the way. It's me laughing at my own brain. If I did say it, I'm sorry. But if I didn't say it, it has nothing to do with this whole school. So yeah. So if it didn't get said, you enlighten me to this. And that's why I read that. Because I thought of it kinda now that I look at it, but I never I never said it in that way. I like that. I like that because you can tell you're out there on the floor. You're more in depth than me, if that makes any sense. Departments, share interests. True. Another positive, enabling employees to exchange ideas. Cool. Yeah, celebrate milestones. Cool. Yeah. I never celebrate milestones is another good one. I like that. And recognize one another's contributions. That's what it's always about. Building a networking friendship within an organization. That's what life, period. That's what life, period. If you can follow that, you won't have any negativity in your life. Don't get mad because you get rejected. It's more people out there. Like that's girls, that's not girls as in girls like children. I'm talking about that's women and men. That's period. There's more out there, but you have to navigate of what you want. To elaborate on what she said, you cannot hire just anyone. When you have a harmonistic organization that don't talk about each other, or maybe they talk some stupid stuff, but not just stupid, but they work it out. They work together. They work through it. And it's like when you do that with someone in life, period, friend, foe, no, friend, whoever, life, whether they come for a season, the moment, years, you build something solid that God can look at your portfolio and say, she did a good job. He did a good job. But I have a secret. If you lie to yourself and base everything off of your emotion, that's what happens within a workplace. People start to divide. It always starts with it always starts with hating the boss. Why do we hate our boss? Why? And then it starts to trickle down when you have an unhealthy organization. It starts to trickle down with division. People divided between each other. Cliques. Yeah, it's crazy. And then sometimes the business go out of business or go bankrupt a couple of times, like Kmart. You know, to work, I want y'all to know something, and I'm gonna continue to read with furthermore. To work is like to work is like a test, whether you're disabled, whether you're top notch at 200% instead of 100% for 2026, 600% for 2027. Yeah, no matter what, work is a test. What are you willing to do for someone? That's what it's all about. How are you willing to build with someone, a stranger? Someone, don't don't be a Debbie Downer or a negative thinker where you're a taker. Don't negativity take from people. You can sum it up that way, can't you? One, you have one, take away one, zero. That is how certain people behave. Negative. Because they never had positive. I want you to know, you better look at the throwback pics and the videos I posted. Look on Instagram, it's readily available. The mental health juggles I was going through, the challenges I faced. I am so better now. I don't even foresee that ever happening. It's not that I'm reprogrammed or scared to say those words. It's that I don't have definitive proof. I'm not in a lab to do any type of research. There is no statistics on what my beliefs are. Therefore, it's inconclusive. So if I alerted or harmed mentally, affected some people, I apologize. If that makes any sense. So, yeah, I would like to be in the lab trying to cook some shit up. Not like that. Oh my God, that did not come out. Woo, not like that. All the brothers like, ooh, she rocking with me now. She black again, she black again. I love you guys. Anyway. Furthermore, it's not like that. I'm talking about other technical stuff, man. Stuff that's really relevant. Not no quick fix. That is another blooper. When did I say that? When did I say that? When did I say that? Okay. Ultimately, stop laughing. Hold on. The social technical systems approach emphasizes that technology should support people rather than replace human interaction. Baxter and Somerville explain that organizations achieve better results when they consider both social and technical factors during system design and implementation. By using collaboration tools such as Microsoft Teams and Slack effectively, organizations can strengthen communication, encourage teamwork, and create a positive workplace environment or culture. I like culture better. It's there. How am I not going to like it because it's there? Why am I switching words? But I do that. I do it when I slow it down too because I like to get a feel. That's not a diss either because I have to explain why. I like to get a feel of opposite words that can mesh together. I see words. I see multiple words sometimes based on my vocabulary in my brain. I see micro, like, I see I see a lot. And I have to do that. That's when you know your stuff. Because if I just read through this without internalizing it, then yeah. Support. What do you think when you hear support? Help, company, achievement. Dang, I didn't even cite it. I should have read more. I put it out there. I should have read first, replied, because I already, that's what I'm going to do. That's the next strategy. I'm going to still make it first, but I'm going to have it baking in Word while I reply to see the structure. I know the structure, but just in case something shifts and then they get a LLA, between the 5 week period I'm in here, and I'll be like, what? They was like, well, new update. We're using LLA instead of APA. No, it's just a joke. Next blooper. Ah, 47. Okay, now I'm going to read silently so I can internalize my thought and process this good. She talked about, we're going to dissect this. This is how I'm going to do this because going back and forth and then a singly internalize this. I already internalized it, but I'm more, I have to feel what she is saying. So I'm gonna copy and paste it, and as I go along, give my analogy, take out what she say, and that's how I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna acknowledge that I did not put I could do that and switch it up. I may think about it off camera to do it off camera and put a whole new one, just to show him that I acknowledge that I read it and I can quote from what I read. And I'm gonna acknowledge that and then do it off camera. That is a off camera thing. I can't delete it. If I could, I don't know why in the system it don't allow you to delete. I looked everywhere because wait, wait. You can only, once it's out there, it's out there. Once you hit that send button, it's out there. So the only way to make up for this is to skim through highlights that relate to what I'm saying that's in the social technical systems within the 14-page paper. Read very carefully what it says and how it builds up intensity to what degree and shows the descriptive statistics. And then see what it's talking about a little bit more and then see how it can relate to what I'm saying. So I'm gonna have to tweak some things around. But I sent it. 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 And it's still due. It's due by 11:59 today. I sent it off yesterday. So the only way to make this right, whether someone responds to me or not, is to put the whole thing again with the correct citation. Because sometimes you hit a miss with people writing you. It's like a small class, but yeah, I'm not even, don't even think I'm mad. Whether you want to or not, that's your choice. Okay. It gets really good around. I want to hear what Microsoft Teams and Slack. Boom. That's space. Let's see. It's pretty. It's no different for some who are at a physical physical location. Their whole corporate lives when they go virtual and then work location at different dates and times. This takes discipline. I'm going to reread it. No way. I'm going to keep going. One must incorporate restriction, especially telemarketers who work telehealth. They must have responsibility. Good. Excellent. Responsibility. Habits. Organizing details such as when to eat and get on the phone. 30-minute break. Are you on the phones on time? you can quality control can definitely, let me not go that far. My ways. Anyway, and Slack is a great software application you mentioned. Is great, is one of a lot of, I don't like to say a lot when I'm talking like this. Many, unless I'm speaking it, but to spell it, it just baffles me how you gotta space a lot for it to be required to be an appropriate contextual word. It's two separate things. A lot doesn't go together in certain word documents and stuff. It baffles my mind. Many great software applications. I'm going to look it up on ground, but I can't tell. She said, no, make it harmonize. Say what she said Slack and Microsoft Words can do together. I forgot exactly what quote she was saying, but it's something that Microsoft and Slack are both able to do. That's how I do it. This is irrelevant now. Where is it at? Where is it at? Wait. Because it's down here somewhere. I'm going to be mad if it ain't. And I deleted the shit. Right there. Whoa. Oh, I got to get Grok on here. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Y'all going to see what I say. Don't laugh at what I just say. I'm about to say. I gotta get Grog. I didn't want to have to bring him in. I was going to leave it alone. I was just going to say, you know what, Grog, put you on hold for a second. But that didn't happen. How delayed was the first instant messaging on the World Wide Web versus now with Microsoft instant messaging delayed by how many seconds? It really takes, or is it instant? Because it's still a delay sometimes, depending on the system. Okay, cool. Remember that dial-up sound? The children can never get to hear that dial-up sound unless they make a documentary about that dial-up sound. I don't think they will ever hear that dial-up sound. Only a selected few will hear that dial-up sound. But that dial-up sound, you know what? I know what I'm gonna say. Brock, I'll look at this later. However, cite it and reference it where you got this great information from. I need to paraphrase, no, quote it. Oh, and thank you. Cool, 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 cool. Yep, 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 yep. Where's the site? Okay. It's a small where area where you can cite this. It's gotta be. Date. Well, I will put it today's date. I will put today's date. I will put today's date because it's constantly stuff flooding the Wikipedia. I'm not even mad with Wikipedia. I try to get a Wikipedia page myself. Do you not know how hard it is? Especially when you have credibility, but it's not enough. It's not enough. And it hurt, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. But I left it alone. Unless someone extract information about me, like themselves, or write a solid about 10 solid high end articles, that is the only way. So it's this. I just wanted to make sure mm, that was accurate. Retrieve date. Yep. I should have read that. Wait. Before we make that statement, put that right there. How does this go? June 17th, 2026. And now get to retrieve what I want to say. I don't think this is what I wanted to look at. It was something else. Something else. Yeah, it was. It's okay. But it was something else. It was more directive. Yeah. It started talking about numbers. Give me the numbers. Give me the numbers. Wait. Okay. On Wikipedia, earlier instant messaging aimed for real time, but often had a 1 to 5 second delay. Mm, It's more. Where am I going? Where am I going? No, Wikipedia has been quoted stating, boom. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Which one will I choose? I get it. I get it. You are talking about how I pioneered in 88 when I never knew that these geek squads were sitting up there having organizations that were instant messaging themselves. And this was a 1.1 to not 1.1, but 1 to 5 plus second delay. Then the lat, there you go. I'll take that one. And then modern Microsoft today, 1 second or 100 to 500 milliseconds in good conditions, but real world delays of a few seconds, occasionally longer, can still occur due to network, client, or server factors. It never zero delay due to physics and routing. So I want y'all to know it's not a diss, but it could happen from time to time. I just wanted to know what's the real time. Come on, no, the other way. How much? How much? How much? Reroute, reroute. 100 to 500. Now I'm gonna cite that. That would be, let's look at that. Wikipedia. No. Yeah, Wikipedia 2026. On a good day. On on a normal day without delays. I want to make sure. Wait, Facebook said my stuff is ready on a network error. It would be it could be minutes. I thought this was pretty cool because we all have came a long way and it goes hand in hand with social technical systems. This application has been readily available since the late 80s, and some people could and do fail at their companies for not even bringing instant messaging on board. That's like sending a highly intelligent person to a low income neighborhood with no weapon. They don't have a fighting chance. Statistics is low. Economics threshold, struggling to keep a name, not enough visibility, draining accounts into non important things. Thank you for your so much for your insight. May you be successful in your life and have and stuff. Incorporate. Okay. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'd rather save it. Save the integrity and put it here. Okay. Oh, it was about to set me up. How you do it? I knew that. I knew it was two. You know, I just didn't have time for it. Okay, that's where I'm gonna reply. So he says the two most common software applications that the company can foster on an online community of engagement are Zoom and Microsoft Teams. Zoom was founded. Well done. Well done, Bryce. I never knew. You don't even want to know where I was in 2011. Bryce, that's a ride you don't even want to take. So I wasn't even thinking of like this. I even in school. I went to school back to Hawaii Pacific University 2010, and I took this logic class. Excuse me. I took this logic class, and the class was so hard. It was very hard. And I was like, oh my God, man. Like, wow, it's so hard. I'm looking through the text and I do not understand the language that is going on. This is a university. And I had some credits transferred from Hopkinsville Community College. And I had to switch classes before that drop date. But I got out of school in 2011 because I had my child. And, it was a sad time. I wasn't even thinking about school right then and there, but I knew I wanted more, you know. I want y'all women and men to imagine something. Not understanding life, not understanding logic, but understanding maybe from 1 to 100%. And that logic class really helped me, but I still wasn't ready. And just imagine breezing through life and you understand life to a 30% degree. The good white men and black men and Hispanic men. I never had, like, for instance, I got out in 2006. The good white men, it was a white man. He was a prior drill sergeant, and I was in the service. I have a point I'm getting at, but listen, he told me to slow down. He told me to slow the fuck down. He said, if you don't slow down, they will kick you out without hesitation. Only one that tried a little to intervene in my life. Out of my brother, out of my sister, out of my dad, out of my family, out of my drill sergeants. No, not my drill sergeant, because this happened after. After, out of everyone that crossed paths with me that knew I had a drug problem, he told me some real shit. He wanted to help me. He gave me an outlet. But would it have had stability if you out there watching, sir? You probably an old man now. It wouldn't have had merit or stability. Because as soon as I would have gotten pressurized again by my chain of command, I would have went AWOL. But they knew where I was, so that's why I didn't get like jail time for that shit. They came by my house almost all the time. Where you at, AWOL? I didn't want nothing to do with my chain of command. But he told me he wasn't with my chain of command. He was with the mental health. He wasn't a doctor. He was the key to me staying it. And to be quite honest, I failed him, but I didn't. I wasn't ready. Getting to not being ready. I wasn't logically ready. He knew I was smart. I'm not a dumb black woman, but he knew, he told me. It's just like, and my brain wasn't fully developed, and I was using. And it was like a cop scene. It was like a traditional cop scene. I was young, I was depressive, I was using drugs, and it was like a cop scene. The cop tell the person to stop. I played 35% on a 100% scale. My chain of command, they played a 65% scale in the production of it because they didn't intervene. Only thing they did was write me up for stupid, frivolous shit. They wouldn't exercise me. They asked me to go strip. They asked me to go do weird shit. I didn't want to participate in those events. So I didn't go, believe it or not. So I started getting written up. My integrity started to get the best of me. So fast forward, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, but I was ready, but I wasn't ready. So I got out, and fast forward to 2011, I'm on someone else's dime. This is going on my third child, still drugs, still pain. So I ask you guys to close your eyes for a second and visualize what a mother is thinking when someone else is trying to manage your baby, while someone else don't even want to be with you, while the family is clowning you. Why would you want to be in a situation like that? FYI, the night before the sick occurrence happened, I was supposed to leave with my children. It would have been a shift in a whole different world. And then it happened. 4 days later, we split. It was a tragic, sick, weird, disgusting, sick thing for me. No, I didn't kill nobody, but it was sick. And I I started recovering every time I get in a super duper serious relationship. I start neglecting myself because I start putting it's just normal. It's normal. You see it on TV, you see it everywhere. It's not that we've been preconditioned to watch for it. It's just that our emotions allows something like that to happen. When you get too involved with people, I will never, no matter if I love the person or not, allow myself to get too involved with anyone to the degree it is affecting the integrity of my health, my well being, my sanity, my housing, my money, my education, me overall, economically, physically, emotionally, anything you can think of. I can never let that occur ever again. And if you're out there and you're going through it, I suggest you leave. But 2011, I wasn't thinking about Zoom. But it gained huge Yeah, I was thinking about it in 2020 due to the COVID pandemic. I wonder, was the almanac banking on a COVID virus? With the wrong person in office, there's going to be so many. Let me stop predicting. I said enough. Another blooper. I remember being in high school at that time and using, God damn, what? 2011? He's like 10 years, no, almost 20 years younger than me. I remember being in high school in 2020. He got my respect. He didn't say in 2011 he remembered being in high school, because it could be 2011, 2020. However, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is the fact that he went from high school to college, or maybe high school to junior college to now grad school in such a short time. That's what I'm thinking. I remember being in high school at that time because I'm like 36 in 2020. I'm like 20 something. It was revolutionary. Cool. You can see his excitement. Microsoft Teams was launched. I thought I was going to say experience, but I looked right there. Was launched in 2017. Oh my God, really? But since then has become a very popular choice for many workplaces to use as a way to connect with one another. In my experience as a remote worker, Microsoft Teams was used to connect the employees within my organization, despite everyone being different parts of the country. Both Zoom and Microsoft Teams foster online engagement by allowing people from all over the world to stay up to date on work situations in real time and connect with each other through calls, messages, and video chats. Zoom has two notable attributes that employees use for daily business activities. Cool, 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 cool. Screen sharing, yay! Control conferencing, yay! Two attributes I believe employees use in Microsoft Teams on a daily basis are its chat channels, feature, and file sharing ability. I read that before y'all even knew I was reading. I was like, I skimmed through it real quick. And I was like, oh, that's true. That's true. Once I seen he wasn't talking about Slack and Microsoft Teams, but Microsoft Teams and Zoom, that's totally different. I just talked to someone who was talking about Microsoft Teams and Slack, and the only thing is going to be said is the same thing, you know. So I just moved on. Zoom's features help a company improve performance by allowing employees to participate even when they cannot attend meetings in person, and by enabling presenters to easily host virtual meetings or webinars for large groups. This ensures that everyone still has access to the important information being shared amongst the organization, which in turn can decrease the likelihood of mistakes caused by misinformation. The Microsoft Teams chat channel allows for employees to communicate together in one place, which is an efficient way to also ensure everyone is informed of the correct information. Having the ability to share files with one another can also be helpful for teams that need access to necessary information and increases efficiency by utilizing organization. That's very um defined, very defined. Organizations, I can see the visualization in what you say in the middle paragraph. Like that's like totally, I get it. I totally get it. It's hit or miss in the masters and doctorates. Some things you may get, some things you may get later when you see it again. Once you go to that, that's a whole learning experience. That's about learning. You may not get the whole thing. That's okay. Keep moving. But this I get. This I want to dive into once I finish reading the rest. Organizations can use software applications to build a culture of engagement and teamwork by centralizing communication. I love that word, centralizing. Imagine what the Central Intelligence Agency can do. If everything's central, is central. Like, imagine what the Central Intelligence Agency do. My heart goes out to those brave men and women. Seriously, man. Y'all heard my text, the text I text y'all, the real, no real. I'm gonna start texting y'all reels. But, y'all need to ease up, and be jokeable sometimes. And, you see pictures of you and you be like, who that is? Who that is that has a shirt say CIA? I don't see his face. You never almost see their face unless a specific group of them show their face. But you never see their face. You be like, who that is? Who that is? Unless you see them. Another blooper. Well, just imagine, man. They don't be just doodling their hands, getting on camera, and then they go on camera, say something highly intelligent, beyond intelligent, go to the organization and just doodle their hands. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? How are we gonna do this? I don't know. Let's eat a Snickers bar. Let's go to McDonald's. Let's drink a beer. Let's smoke some weed. Let's crash a party. Organizations can use software applications to build a culture of engagement and teamwork by centralizing communication. By doing this, employees are able to quickly reach out to one another and ask questions, collaborate, and solve problems together. It can also reduce feelings of isolation, especially in remote settings. In my experience, Microsoft Teams was a great way to help or to also build relationships with my coworkers. Through the relationships I built, I not only created lasting, lifelong friendships, but I also had people lean on if I needed extra assistance or support. Both, both. Now, what am I going to talk about? No, just this one. This last paragraph is the closing. Okay, reply. I think I want to speak from his organic stuff, not his I got educated about what they do, what systems, what software applications he wanted to talk about. But I want to hear that's what I'll do. His experience. I understand what you are stating. Very impressive young whippersnapper to have gone through high school, college, then grad school. Amazing accomplishment. Be proud for a young guy like you. I think positive relationships are essential because positivity adds more creation into a person's life or creativity into a not creativity, curiosity. I knew I said that twice. Curiosity. They either want to grow with someone or they want to build. They are curious about knowing historic events about them. They really want to just get the job done in sync. I believe that there comes a time when we have to be educated about how to not just suppress negativity, but to cut it off so that you can live a healthier organizational organization, live in a healthier organization setting. I think that your experiences are what keeps people like me going to help build a network of like minded people who enjoy pinging ideas and facing challenges together through thick and thin, right? May you stay successful and supersede expectations every time. Thank you. Okay. How many? Ooh, a little short, little short. I think he said 200 words. Ooh, and I delete that. How you go back? How you go back? Where do I start? You stating you had people for support shows you know how hard it is to filter, shuffle, and grow positive support around your circle. That's pretty cool. You're so young, yet you understand a portion of the world it took me decades to understand. Be thankful of your accomplishments. Don't say young whippersnapper. Just say his name. Mm-mm. I should have did the trick. Let's see. How many words? How many words? Yay! One more, one more, one more. Where do you know what? I'm like, no, don't give up. So we're going to do Miss Gales. I will be, ooh, never heard of SharePoint. You see what I'm saying? This is the last one. How many, how many? I'm going to have to split this up. Next show at 4 p.m. After I write her, I'm off of here till 4 or 5 p.m., okay? And then we'll start on the project. I have no shows to do today. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Sorry. Right here. I will be discussing Microsoft Teams and SharePoint, two applications I use regularly at Kaiser Permanente. Aww. As workplaces continue to rely more on technology, these tools have become essential. I love it when they know their own work. These tools have become essential for communication, collaboration, and employee engagement. As organizations continue to adapt by changing workforce expectations, software applications can help employees stay connected while supporting organizational goals. Right here is where she quote, no, paraphrase. No, wait, we're about to see. That is considered a quote. That is considered a quote without the parentheses. According to Baxter and Somerville, it's ways, it's certain, you got to branch to certain ways you could do it according to the APA of psychology. According to Baxter and Somerville, I believe me, I was on it. Organizations are most effective when technology supports both the technical and social aspects of the work. This social Yep, yep. This social technical approach recognizes that people and technology must work together to improve performance and employee engagement. From my experience at Kaiser Permanente, two software applications that I use regularly are Microsoft Teams and SharePoint. I cannot wait to see what SharePoint got because whatever you say SharePoint got and Microsoft Teams similarly have, I'm going to use that chunk if you say it that way because I can see the way the flow is going. I always see, I don't I don't know. So SharePoint is, like, and it's really good. It's juicy. I cannot wait to get, but it's a certain point based on ATA formatting that we must write. And I'm just everywhere with my writing, but I'm getting my point across everywhere with my writing. And they're just straight to the point. It's just crazy. I get emotional. I put my emotion in my writing. You have to do it neatly. I'm going to try to get better at that. Two software applications, although they serve different purposes, they help employees stay connected, informed. I use Microsoft Teams for most of my community meetings or meetings and communication. Okay, this allows us to quickly answer or ask questions, share updates, and stay connected throughout the day. Cool. I also use SharePoint to access documents and information such as policies, procedures, educational materials, and department resources and other important documents. Boom, got it. What? No, keep going, keep going, keep going. Having easy access to accurate information helps employees stay informed and supports consistency across the organization. The features within these organization applications help improve performance by making communication and information sharing easier. Instead of spending time searching through emails or trying to track down documents, employees can quickly find what they need and focus on their work. Well done. That's pretty cool. Wonder what, Kaiser Permanente ain't going to develop no strategy or no organizational methodology for nothing. Teams also make it easier to collaborate, solve problems, and communicate with coworkers in real time. A good example is Barclay, which implemented Microsoft Teams as its primary collaboration. I want that paragraph. The company reported improved communication with collaboration while reducing reliance on email. Barclay deploys Microsoft Teams globally as its preferred collaboration platform to enable better connectivities for its employees worldwide. Well done. Just mm. Through communication and information sharing, organizations can employ software applications to develop a culture of engagement and teamwork. Leaders leverage teams to offer updates, celebrate employee achievements, and get feedback from workers. SharePoint can enhance transparency by allowing employees to sorry, I'm looking at something else, y'all. Bear with me. That's pretty cool. SharePoint can enhance transparency by allowing employees to quickly find important information and resources. Employees who are informed, connected, and supported are more inclined to participate, exchange ideas, support team goals. I've noticed that tools that enable, which is support, communication, disable and enable, communication and access to information usually generate more connected and collaborative work atmosphere. I know she said and or it probably complements each other. She did her work. That's pretty impressive. Well done. I'm seeing the more, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The more I read it, the more I think about my paper, my discussion, and what I put. And it was good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not downing myself. I don't want you to think I'm being negative with myself, but I'm noticing even Grok and ChatGPT make errors. So you have to grow when you learn from your errors. Once you speak them into existence, take action on them. Don't let them become faulty. And to a degree, I still do that. Hi, Tamika Chambliss. I think it's right here. Delete. Ooh, this somebody else's shit. Whoa. Hold up. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. I'm right here, I think. Where am I? This is so confusing. Oh, I'm right here. Now I know what I did wrong. It's my fault. That's kind of get confusing. It's right here. No, reference. You are replying. Right here I reply, but I also put that. Wait, wait. Okay, right here, I guess. Wait. I'm gonna do it again. I don't want no freaking errors. Discard drafts. Yes, discard. What just happened? There we go. Right there. Before I don't touch that section, I want that paragraph. Okay, this I usually you're supposed to reply to two people, but I decided to reply to three because I just want to know their structure style, especially when it doesn't seem like it is being copied. It looks legit. It looks genuine. It feels genuine. It feels like every sentence structure is perfectly made correctly, not too correctly, but correct enough to where you know a human made it. Whether a human made it or not, I like reading it. I mean, computers need love too. Oh, what is it called though? Slack? No, it's not Slack. It's something else. Check. Oh, I think I got SharePoint on here. Let's see if we can find SharePoint real quick. Let's see if we can find SharePoint real quick. Damn it. I don't have SharePoint. Okay. Sounds really cool. I know of Kaiser Permanente. However, I didn't know the structured uh, technical systems applications they have connected to their hospital for their em- employees. I, what else? Want to see, connected to their hospital for their employees to have and use for controlled job purposes. Thank you for your service and dedication to your job. Excellent, Miss Gonzalez. Your whole body of paper was very impressive. I'm just using a percentage. I believe that simple collaboration can help the team become more motivated to assist the other team member that is even more motivated to do their job. When you're more motivated, you're more controlled both internally and externally. Your goals and achievements are direct and specific. That's 140 I got right now. I'll I'll give examples. Give an example. A team not motivated and oh, what does now I gotta write it out. Does that mean like a liability or something, then tell me about turnover. Does that mean firing or quitting, which generates expenditures instead of assets and growth? So churn is when they leave. I knew it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, a percentage. Okay. Where was I at? Churn happens to that company that is not able to make products, production, employee growth, and sustainability, faulty generation, faulty, cannot make meet payments. Yeah, all of that. Then you have another scenario where everyone is joined and together at it at least a 91% or better motivating goal achievement factor. Growth happens. Revenue is born. Growth happens. Assets are created. No churn, no turnover, but mass production, boom, growth. Yeah, it pays to have a good team setting. Thank you so much for your verbiage. What's her name? Miss Gonzalez. I enjoyed reading your script, your discussion, not script. Always saying script. Discussion. Take care. Keep grinding. And good job. Ugh. Oh, put her name. Before I hit that post button. How many words? How many words? Good, good, good. Well, where did that come from? Okay, I can live with that. How you wait? That's I'll take that risk. Okay, everybody. Wow, I am so hungry. Ooh. I'm sorry. I'm so hungry. So today we went over discussion 2, week 2, and we will be going over so much more later on. And I hope that you guys take care, be safe, and what y'all thought it would be a punchline. Take care.